Now we're live.
Wait, how are we live? We already have reactions. That's
I
amazing.
love it. Well, yeah, because people are excited to see us.
I'm excited to see it too.
Do you know who? Let's see. Oh, you posted that you're looking forward to catching up.
Yeah, that was before,
That
and
was
now
before. So this all just kind of just all just like
I'm like currently looking forward to what's happening right now.
does all the things. Avi, we're here together, man.
Nice to see you.
You too. So I don't know you since we just established you don't use Facebook. Um, this is what happens is I
But
invite I invite people I love and we color together. So that's what we're gonna do today.
sounds like good plan to me.
And sometimes people watch us. Right now we have potentially one person watching us. It says,
Okay.
and sometimes they don't. Sometimes we get hundreds. I just made that up. We have never gotten hundreds. But what we do is we hang out, and then I tell people. So I ask really good questions. Like this is an interesting question to me right now. I always ask people about their names. Avi, I'm curious about your last name. So as I put it on here, you have
Okay.
this hyphen thing. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, my parents were super progressive when they got married a while back. And
Yeah.
my mother was Smith, and my father was Rappaport, single P's, not related to the dentist around Connecticut, which I get asked sometimes, but that's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, and they hyphenated their name. So my brother and I took the hyphen. Uh,
Did you
my
have that
wife,
choice?
sorry,
Did you have that choice?
not when I was born, no. But the story goes on as we got older. But I don't know. That's the official answer to your question, though.
There's are you not willing? You don't want to share the rest of the story as you
I'm
got older?
happy to share. I don't know what's interesting too while we color. By the way, are we allowed to start coloring yet, or is there like a
Oh yeah,
countdown?
right. I'm like clicking on the Facebook and asking about your. Yeah, we can color anytime.
Okay.
Color
You
like
know what
there's no
color
rule.
Uh, so my parents ended up getting a divorce a while back, and so we have kind of a broken hyphen now. So my wife took Smith Rappaport. My both boys are Smith Rappaport, and my brother got married a couple years back, and they actually changed their name to Rappaport. So it's down to just us four now. Yeah.
So your wife took the hyphen. She didn't hyphenate her name or make three like the double hyphen.
Correct.
She just took
Yeah,
all
she
of
just took
Smith Rappaport.
Smith Rappaport, and yeah.
So yeah, so you went from like really progressive parents to you're just like no, forget feminism.
If we added Erica's name, that's her maiden name is Rabinovich, and that we made the joke for years, and it's still funny. We'd have a law firm, Smith
Smith
Rappaport.
Rappaport Vinovich, yeah,
We could really get it cooking there. Yeah,
man, missed opportunity.
it happens. Yeah.
All right, so here I'm gonna hide your name. What are you coloring today?
I've always been fascinated with trees, and it's really the only thing I think I can draw and people can tell what it is, being a tree. But I'm coloring only today, but that's why I've always had this connection with nature, and I don't know, I'm just really into trees. So it's like a forest scape with a big honking tree in there.
All right, and just so you know, I'm gonna invite you to show your work along the way.
If I make it anywhere, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm actually inspired to start a new page today. I don't know why. So Avi, I'm gonna invite you to pick left or right.
Wait, but you just showed me.
Yeah, but you didn't get to see the words.
No.
Now you do.
Oh wow.
One's goldfish and one's tentacles.
I don't know. Let's see what you do with goldfish today.
Goldfish. So, well, I guess they have to be gold now since I call them goldfish.
Well, honestly, in this hour, it does not have to be gold. Your goldfish
Cool.
can be any color you want.
Can I share with you an embarrassing story about tentacles?
Yeah, absolutely.
When I was in junior high, I was in art class, and someone drew a picture of what appeared I thought looked like tentacles, And in front of the class, I said, "Those look like testicles." And my teacher got really mad at me, and I didn't mean it.
Oh, it was an unintended.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait, what?" Oh, and like it was, and I was like 12 or 13, like too embarrassed to actually fix it. So I just sat in silence with her, thinking that I was super inappropriate. But I really meant like those look like octopus tentacles.
I imagine you were spot on.
They may have also looked like testicles, but I was not thinking about it then.
That's not what you were going for.
It was not. Man, I think this is the first time I've ever publicly told that story. I've held on to it. Thanks for giving me that space, Obs.
I appreciate you felt close enough to share it with me in the Facebook universe.
And all of the world.
Well,
yeah. It feels good to get off my chest.
Good. I'm glad. Is there anything else that you want to get off your chest now that we're in February?
That's all I got right now. We'll see what else comes up. All right. What I will share is I have no idea what color to make these fish now. I'm like all in my head about it.
I can't even tell the different colors. I have this fantastic set of colors that Erica got me, and there's too many colors. So my tree might be a multicolored tree.
Cool. I was going to ask if you were colorblind. She's like, I can't tell the colors. I was going to be like, have you talked to anyone about that?
Good call. Well,
they're all just what is it? Green or red? Red? I forget which one red, green, colorblind can't see.
I can't speak to that, unfortunately, tonight. I'm having my own issues with colors. How's the weather down there?
It's yesterday was rainy and crappy. Today was about 35. And by down, you mean like basically straight across, I think.
Where you're from?
Yeah. Sunday was beautiful. It was like 50, 52 maybe. I mean, it was incredible. I walked with my girlfriend. There's a track right by my house, and we went to go for a walk, and we're like, oh, we'll just hop on the track. And it was like kind of covered in slush, like a lot of parts of it when we started. We were out for like 2 hours, and by the time we were done, it was all melted.
Yeah.
It was like we would do another lap and come back around and be like, oh, we can go on this part of it now. That was all ice before.
You are a VIP, you guys, so they would open up more parts of it for you.
That was it. Yeah, once they noticed that we were using the track. That was awesome. It was Super Bowl Sunday, right? So there was a little kid, maybe like 8 or 9 with his dad, maybe 10, throwing a football. And the kid did the classic thing where, like, the dad's like 10 yards away and they're going to like have a short pass. And the kid's like, no, like go to the 40. And he's like 40 yards away. Right. And like the only one we saw the kid catch, like, it's like him fielding a punt, right? He's like, and it just like he catches it, but it knocks him down. Just the force.
Kids are fun.
Oh man, it's so good.
Wait, did I tell you my story about the track recently?
No.
Well, there's a track around here at St. Joe's College, which used to be an all-girls school, and then it opened up somewhat recently.
Uh-huh.
And if you recall, I went to UConn, and we had a famous coach there, Jim Calhoun, who was coaching the men's basketball at UConn.
Heard of that
and
guy.
Now he's taken a position over there at St. Joe's, and I went for a West Harvard Chamber event kind of thing, and it was very cool seeing Coach Calhoun coach a young team. Like, this is the first year working with them, and just seeing him. And I mean, it's a small compared to Campbell and where UConn plays. I mean, it's a small arena, but it was just fantastic being so close. And where's the track part of it? The track that I used to work out on is right outside there at St. Joe's.
Nice. So you actually went to one of their games?
Sorry?
You went to watch one of the games?
Yeah. We had a reception thing beforehand, and then we got to see the game. It was quite exciting. Yeah, it was really cool. And it's like he's starting fresh with a new team.
All the new perks of being in the chamber, huh? I missed out on all
Yeah,
that.
St. Joseph's we have some representation there. Calhoun has not come to any events yet, but he's big
Oh,
time, you know.
he is, dude. My favorite quote from him was like talking about how much he made, how much money he made, and he said like something about like I have to buy groceries for my family. And I was like, yeah, you can't go from 6 million a year to 4.
Well, you know, groceries kind of. There's a
Expensive
lot
groceries.
of organic stuff these days. It costs a bit more, you know.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, there's a lot of Whole Foods. Well, Connecticut's expensive, so
Well, true.
that costs a living.
Yeah, they take care of us in some towns too, though.
Yeah.
Did I don't know the last time we spoke. Did I tell you I'm going down to? It's really cold. Well, it has been really cold here, so I haven't been running outside often. And I figured, hey, let's stay in shape this year in the off season before try training starts. So we're headed down to the Daytona Beach half marathon this weekend.
Whoa, all right.
Yeah.
Should get some good weather. Yeah, so for the folks who don't know Avi, you're a triathlete.
Yeah.
You run, bike, and swim way more than I do, or ever would want to.
It could be a possibility.
Yeah.
Did I just see purple being picked up there?
That's a magenta.
Magenta.
I think it's close to one of the colors on that fancy tie-dye shirt you have on.
Oh, this shirt? I didn't think you'd notice.
Oh, tell me more about it, Avi, please.
No, we for a number of years we sponsored in the We Care Computers, the company I run, sponsored a booth and a local school at the West Hartford Days, Celebrate West Hartford. And one of the activities we started doing after a while was tie-dyeing shirts, and we give all the proceeds to the school.
Did you tie-dye them at the event?
Yeah.
Nice.
We have with Erica's connections with the various organizations. We have a wonderful woman in the crafts business, Elizabeth Ehrlich, who was able to get us special dyes, because apparently not all tie dyes are the same, and you want to make sure you use proper colors so they don't fade. Anyhow, it became like a really fun thing, and people would come year after year, and we'd get different versions of the shirts. But we haven't done it for that long. We haven't done it for a number of years right now, but I still have a couple of the nice designs that were made.
Yeah, that was pretty unique there.
Yeah.
I asked you if the WCC on your shirt meant Washtenaw Community College, and instead it means We Care Computers.
Yeah.
Said, I guess you got to rep your company on this show. What should we tell people about We Care Computers?
I mean, you could say it's that, but I'm not sure I own other tie-dye shirts, because we are coloring also. So, you know, you could have many reasons for why I would wear a shirt, but, you know.
Well played.
Ouch.
And because I think you always wear We Care Computer shirts.
That's fair also.
Yeah. And, I mean, to be certain, like if I had a company and I had to walk around repping it all the time, I might do that myself. I don't have any golden Bristle shirts.
I can get you some nice short sleeve buttons, like polo shirts, like golf shirts. Those will look sharp.
Golf shirts, yes.
You always gotta look sharp, man.
Well, that's what they say.
Someone said it.
Someone said that. Yeah. So you looking forward to the marathon or the half?
Great question. My winter training has. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to the event. If you were to say, do you feel super ready, or are you gonna bust a PR or a personal best? I'd say no. I'm gonna go down, heading down with my brother and a a buddy of mine up here in West Hartford. And
Oh, so you're not bringing the fam, huh?
No, they're all involved in the play rehearsals, and Sam's working on the rehearsals now. And I don't know, Sam's going to. Yeah, they're busy.
All right.
That's the long and short of it.
So, guys trip down to Florida to Panama City. That sounds dangerous. I think they make movies about that.
Do they? With three old dudes running a half marathon? It could happen.
Yeah, it starts with them running a half marathon.
Oh. But
then something interesting happens. Yeah.
Well, I think a half marathon can be interesting, especially depending on how well you trained and how you feel on the course too.
Yeah, I'll just take your word.
Okay.
But
I don't think I can color and run a half marathon, so I don't think we do like a Facebook Live on the course type thing, but I can definitely give you an update after the event.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate that all of your Facebook Lives have to include coloring now.
I mean, honestly, after you told me about it and I saw some of your episodes, I definitely was very happy you thought of it.
You just said episodes.
I have to. My children used the best words growing up, like packback, and they stopped using them because some of our relatives did not listen to us and say, hey, we really appreciate the silly way they pronounce these words. They understand the real word, but they like saying it this way. Anyways, they got corrected so many times they stopped saying it. So we just continue the traditions.
I love it. So that was actually purposeful. I thought I got worried for a second.
Yeah.
That's really well ingrained because it came off totally natural.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I appreciate the love about for coloring with Matt, because to be honest, I'm like some days, including today, I was like, do I want to? Maybe I should pause it for a while, you know. Gotta keep inviting people and blocking out my Tuesdays, but maybe I should keep going. Either way, selfishly, I like hanging out with you. So.
Well, I do appreciate hanging out with you too. And it feels like I'm almost there. I mean, I can't grab your cheek like I want to, but you know. Yeah, my emotions go like that too on certain days, and like when things are, and yeah, it's not even things aren't necessarily going your way. It just, I mean, as you know, and you preach, it's all mental anyways. But some days you just don't have it, and you need to kind of touch base with those that might have it at that point in time to help you continue going. And
yeah, right.
Yeah,
have those people.
Yeah, in your life and around.
I love that. So yeah, so what I'm hearing is when I'm feeling down, I'll just shoot you a text. I'll say, Avi, questioning how you feeling. You'll say, dude, you got this.
Well, test me on it, because I have a feeling I can come through for you then, man.
Thanks, brother. I love it. By the way, this fish is not gold.
Oh, I'm so excited to see your fish. You're not goldfish.
I gotta add another couple, some more swag.
My dad used to have a fish tank. That was fun.
Dude, I love fish tanks. I had one at my dad's too. Yeah, they're cool. Whenever I go into like a doctor's office or a restaurant or any place inside that has one, I just like walk straight to it, and I just like.
They're so great.
Yeah, feels so silly.
Fire gazing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think I was made in the by the water. Like, you know, I've ever thought about this. Like, we all have our own element. Like, each of us is kind of like attached to an element. Mine is definitely water. Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't.
Yeah, it's like my home place. All right, here is that first fish.
That's a pretty fish. I can find that fish in the ocean.
Thanks, man. That would be cool, huh?
I don't even know if mine's faint, but we have one side of the tree started.
Yeah, it looks very one color.
Well, I picked out about 5 other colors, and I think they're shades of brown. So I'm finding some colors other than brown now. But the brown, it's like a reddish brown, which is really nice.
Nice.
Like yeah.
And some of that might not come through, in the camera.
Yeah, see, you know what? Maybe it's in my camera this whole time, and it's not my eyes.
That's
my
it.
My camera is colorblind. All right, fine.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, sorry, this camera only shows 3 colors.
Right.
You got to pay more for the one that shows 5.
Yeah. Got to feed the family, Don't have money for that camera. I swear it's the same color.
All right, so
yes.
So I just tossed it on you, but what's your element? Are you a fire guy? You seem like you might be a fire guy.
Well, it's interesting when there is a fire around. Yeah, my head is I'm gazing. I'm tending to it because fires need to be tended to constantly.
No
matter what your father-in-law tells you to leave it alone. Because he knows that he wants to play with it too, but he's letting us do it now. He's already had his time with it. But I don't know. I also find a great peace when I'm in water.
Mm.
At the same token, it's interesting that in the past, I haven't always loved swimming. Because in triathlon, you swim, bike, run. That's the order of operations.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's kind of an ordeal sometimes to get to the pool, get in the pool, get your gear on, goggles. But once I'm in there, I just find great peace and ease. And, it's kind of nice.
I totally know what you mean. That whole I feel like that anytime I go to the gym, actually, the leading up to doing a workout is just like I'm walking through 100 times gravity. It's God. It's I really have to want it. And especially in the pool, because all my brain it tells me is dude, this is gonna be so cold. This is gonna be so, you are such a moron. It's gonna be so cold. You're gonna hate it. Why are you? It's about to be so cold.
Don't do it. Yeah. But yeah, and yeah. There's not much you can do about that.
I know.
And
I swam in high school. I did it for 4 years, and it just it's always there. I never got the mental switch. Just is.
Yeah, but maybe you don't need to. Maybe you just need to. Maybe it's a fresh thing for you every time you rediscover your love for the water. You just can't remember the second you get out. Yeah. And you got to put on your woolly to get to the car and get to work.
Yeah.
What I've been doing in my life for motivation, to wake up in cold mornings and stuff, though, is to always have a race on the schedule.
Yeah.
That's worked well for me and for others I know that are into racing. And other things that I've seen that are amazing is accountability. So, for example, if you were still living in Weha and we decided we're going to work out on Thursday mornings at 6:00, and we're both committed to this, I think either one of us would likely not want to be the one who texts in the morning saying we're tired or it's too cold. So that's worked really well for me and for some others that I know as well.
Yeah, I love that. There you go, folks. Avi's dropping down the wisdom bombs. My accountability in Connecticut was paying a shitload of money for CrossFit. So I went, I'm out $150 this month. I had better go, or else that's $20 wasted. Yeah. So that also works.
Hey, whatever works for you, right?
That also works. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I am totally nervous about saying this now, but this year, so I'm still doing some, recovery from the surgery, which was about
Yeah.
a year ago. This year I set a goal to run because I don't love long distance running. We'll just be serious. But
Wait, you don't love it.
I don't love long distance running, but
Yeah.
I do like running. I like winning things. So I set a goal to run a 400 yard, so once around the track in under a minute at the end of this year.
That sounds
Super fast.
yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
We'll see how that
By the
goes.
end of 2019, you like that?
Yeah,
You just said that out loud.
I did.
That's pretty cool.
A little.
Is it too early to ask questions about it? And it's okay if it is.
Well, you can ask questions. I don't know if I'll have answers, but feel free to.
Okay. Do you have a plan in place currently, or are you?
No, I wrote the goal like last week, and I forgot about it until today when I reviewed my goals. I went, oh, cool, that one's on there. All right, start working on that.
When?
Well, dude, it's once it thaws. Like, please.
Well, it's February. It's too cold to go to the gym. Come on, man.
Yeah.
In March it'll be better.
I was at the gym yesterday. I biked for 20 minutes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, do you have the knowledge though, or access to, Joe Schmo's guide to running around the track at 4 minutes? Like, have you in a minute? You said around a 400 in a minute. Do you have that knowledge already?
Nah. What Google does though.
Well, I'm sure it's accessible, and that's kind of exciting. That sounds like a hairy, scary goal kind of thing. I think you were talking about it in your recent newsletter.
Oh yeah, big, scary, impossible goals. Yeah. Plus, I actually like to suffer in short bursts. I don't like to suffer over 2 hours like people who run marathons or do tries.
I think people who run marathons in 2 hours are really fast. So
are you whatever? Like okay, it's like longer than 5 minutes in duration, right? Like that's enough suffering. But I can suffer really well for like a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I play that game with me too when I'm getting tired or not hurting. When I'm hurting nowadays, I know to pull back and stop. But when I'm feeling good and I'm getting tired, I'm like, oh, you've done X, Y, Z. You can handle this for another minute. You can do anything for 5 minutes, man.
Mm-hmm. It's a good trick.
I can't always convince myself of that, but I do use that technique.
Yeah, it's a good trick until your brain goes, dude, I've heard this before, and you lied to me last time.
You're an idiot. I don't believe anything you're saying.
I know exactly. I know this trick, you dummy. I'm the one who came up with it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I love that. Well, dude, I am always in awe of your commitment to doing what feels painful and impossible to me.
Oh,
so,
thank
yeah.
you. It's been very helpful for me just in terms of I've always been a big guy, so having these races that I do every year, and there's certain races like in August, I think I'm 5 years in a row doing it with my brother, Tall. It's just very helpful mentally. I just find it working out is such a great and healthy stress reliever, which helps me with my weight and eating and not strangling people because
General life outside of prison. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. General coping mechanisms.
Yeah, well, and I think it's also helpful to mention that you were actually you crushed some of these races. You say I'm not a small dude, but like you're actually like a beast.
Yeah, I in races many people have heard of like an Ironman, but there's an organization called Ironman that puts on triathlons, and their biggest race is called a full Ironman or 140.6. And they don't see people of size as a category. they do professionals and age group winners, but I do a whole bunch of races where there's a category called Clydesdale for men who are over 220, and then they also have a category for women called Athena. And I've been placing in a couple of races, which is pretty cool. When I'm on my game, and if things go as planned this year, I think I'll be on my game for July and August.
You got two? You got back-to-back races?
In August, yeah, we go to Lake George in New York, and there will be it's called an Olympic triathlon on the Saturday, and then a half Ironman or 70.3 on the Sunday. And it feels really good on Sunday to finish that race and to come in, and it's a lot. I can't even. I'm proud of myself when I do that. Like, I'm proud for myself. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
That was a lot. We're alive. It's pretty cool.
So do you do them with your brother? He's going down to Florida with you. Do you guys generally do them together?
We do a lot of racing together, which we really enjoy. Is the camera still good?
You're good. You're looking good, man.
Yeah, we have a really good time with it. We've each completed 4 full Ironman, and we each did 3 of them together, and he did 1 solo in New Zealand, which I'm super jealous about.
Man.
And I did 1 solo in Maryland.
And he's not jealous about that.
He's not, but it was the flattest course I ever raced. So my bike is kind of my jam.
All right.
So I did all right on that race.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoy racing, but hanging out with my brother is a super positive aspect of the sport. And when we did the big races, Erica would go to the mall, and she's like an amazing spectator, knows how to plan out where to stand, and so what signs to put up or what to say at the right time. And it's just it's a cool atmosphere.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I went when I lived in Nashville. They have a pretty big marathon, and I would go down, and a couple of times I had some friends who would run, and so it's fun. Yeah, just to be around all the people who like don't run at all, but go and just yell and scream for a couple of hours straight at people to cheer them on. It was fun. Cooler than I expected. I thought it'd be kind of like watching golf, but
golf makes me nap on my dad's belly like when I was a kid. Love that. To me, one of the most powerful things about, I think running has come there too. I first noticed it in triathlon is just the acceptance, because there's people who are starting in the front, and they look a different way than a guy like me, but it doesn't. You're not. I'm not there to race them. They're racing the pros and the elites. To me, these sports are mostly for myself, anyways. But I just appreciate people from all shapes, all sizes, all ages. It's I don't know. It turns me on, Matt, to see people pushing themselves and putting themselves out of their comfort zones.
Yeah, man, I love it. And I'll tell you, I think one of the things I hate about, I've run some 5Ks, is I get annoyed when I see the guy who weighs like 260 just blow by me, right? And I'm like, what? How does that work? Yeah. There's my
Yes,
ego.
right.
My ego won't let it happen. Yeah.
Sometimes you
Man.
gotta let that go, eh?
You might inspire me to actually go and run. Don't tell anybody.
I won't say it. I think you said it.
So yeah, I love that you spend time with your brother. Actually, when I showed you some episodes from this, the one with my brother was the first one I sent.
That was.
Yeah, show some bro time.
I think bro time is important, if you ask me.
I do ask you. Yeah, it's good to know.
You did, correct.
I did.
I did talk to Putty Tat.
So before we get too late, there's one thing I definitely wanted to talk with you about, and that was that's the work that you do down in Haiti. I want
the Dominican Republic?
The DR. I just, geez.
Yeah.
I am fired from my own job. From the DR, yeah. That that I want to make sure people know about.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, we go down with the Good Samaritan Hospital. They're at the La Romana, and they basically run programs and aid for any groups that will come down and fundraise to do it, but supporting the sugarcane workers in the DR. And mainly we're working with the sugarcane workers that are at private batés. Baté is just the name they call their living communities. And it started, you want like a history, or that's enough plug about it?
Well, I want if we had a few minutes to make sure everyone knew about what it is you're working on, what would you say? I don't really know that much about what it is. I just know you do it and it's inspiring. So educate me.
A couple years ago, my son was at University High School, and his Spanish teacher brought up the trip, and I didn't know about it. He's the one who brought it home to me. He got jazzed about it, helping people. I mean, he's always loved people. But we've never done anything like this. And there was an opportunity to be a chaperone, and I'd like to think that I enjoy new new opportunities. And it was the most different experience that I've ever had for supporting other people, or supporting another person, many people. Because in the past, as a company, we give donations or prizes to different organizations to raise money for things, and that's nice and feels good. But this was, I was in the trenches, literal trenches, building a house that some of these people in the village were going to live in when we were done with it. And I do not have much Spanish at all, so there was not much communication with words. It was more just, we had our tools and we had our goal, and we just worked, we smiled, we laughed, we joked. It was just amazing. And then to see, so Sam was a sophomore at the time, I believe. To see, I don't know how many kids we've gone 3 years in a row now, but the first year, seeing high school kids give of themselves, teenagers in America, it was just amazing. Seeing, all right, there's some hope here we got for our country with these kids out there, doing it for someone else. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. So you guys, you're building homes?
Well, so there's a couple aspects. So we do a medical clinic each year. So we bring a group of usually residents from Yukon who are always good people. So each work day we have a medical clinic. So they go to a certain site, and these people typically are seeing a medical professional maybe every 3 months, something like that. So they see a lot of weird things, and they can be very helpful even without operating rooms and all that kind of stuff. They really do a lot. They give out shoes, they give out meds. We bring a lot of multivitamins. We bring vitamins, for prenatal vitamins for the women who are pregnant. So there's a lot of good with that. And that's so the medical clinic is various bates. And another one we've been helping build or been building a school, which is super cool, at another area. And that's been going amazingly well. And the kids, what's so exciting is the kids are there at school while we're there. It's over the Thanksgiving holiday, Saturday of Thanksgiving, the Saturday to the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
And so just watching our kids just play with the kids, and they're just so happy. And none of them have this or Xbox that or any of that. And they're just like, they're happy kids, and they're just so excited to have someone else care for them and do for them. And it's just seeing their faces, and they get pictures together, and sometimes the kids bring stickers and these things, and it's amazing. It's amazing just to watch it. And then the last group, at least that's what we did in the past couple of years, has been in a village. We call it Papita or Bate 50. A lot of the bates are numbered, and that's where we've been building homes, weatherproof homes, so concrete, like actual structures that won't fall down with a hurricane or anything like that. Because a lot of the homes that people are living in are the corrugated metal kind of roofs, and it always leaks. Going back this year, we actually completed a home on the Friday we were leaving, and we had this cool ceremony. The husband and wife who were going to move into their house was like, I'm like goosebumps talking about it now. I mean, it was super cool. Yeah. I'll never forget it, and my family has been super supportive of me going back and giving time there, so that's been nice also.
So your son is a senior this year?
Yeah, Sam is a senior, and he's gonna do a post-grad year next year. A PG is what they call it in Hartford, and he's
What is that?
He's involved. Sorry?
What is that?
It is a year after high school ends and before you go to college to help prep and strengthen the skills of those who choose not to go to college right away. Apparently, it's been around for a while. I, too, am new to hearing about it, but everything I hear about it is spot on for me. I mean, I kind of felt when I look back at my time and choosing what school to go to, what major, like there seems to be a lot more information given to kids these days and opportunities like job shadowing, or it's like if Sam wanted to be a lawyer, there's the school themselves are trying to like set up mentor relationships so they can hang out with a lawyer before going into it or asking the questions they want to ask, that kind of stuff. So cool. I'm actually all for not rushing to get to school. I mean, I also like to see the kid, but really not for that reason. But
yeah. Hey, Linda. Hey, thanks for watching. Did you see? Can you see the comments? You can't. I got it.
I trust in you.
So the only thing that I know about gap years is the crazy Australians who just travel around the world for a year before going to college. So this is not that.
Oh, that they call something different. I think that they call gap year.
Yeah.
Right. Which I've heard too. Yeah. No, this will be schooling and on a campus.
Are you paying tuition?
Yep.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't have all the information on it, other than I'll give you updates because it sounds interesting, and they're changing the program at the school too. They're enhancing it, so he's going to be able to take part in all that good stuff too.
And is that you, Hart?
Like he's actually doing this at Watkinson School in Hartford. It's on the U-Heart canvas.
Susan Smith says she's been watching too.
Moms, very nice.
That's your mom?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so happy.
I did send her the link when you were the other day when you sent it to me.
Oh, and my mom. Oh man. All right, the moms are bonding.
That is fantastic.
Cue Matt blushing and being embarrassed. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
Wait, did we talk about everything you wanted to talk about? Was there other specific agenda items you had?
No, I came pretty agenda free. I wanted to make sure we talked about the DR.
Okay.
And I know that you guys had like a GoFundMe page for a bit.
Well, we will closer. Thank you for asking that. That we will closer to the trip this year. So we usually take it down mid-year. If it's still up, I'm not aware of it. Could be, but we will be posting a lot. If anyone is not connected to me on like Facebook or LinkedIn, we'll definitely be posting in there as time gets closer. Because we will, financial donations are fantastic and we need it and love it. But we also take used shoes, sneakers, toiletries. Sometimes people go to hotels. Like we grab all that stuff, and it's all super helpful. I mean, yeah. I don't have to go into more. There's more information on my site if you want to go into details. We have some cool videos, and I'm always happy to chat about it. But
what is that? We Care Computers?
That site? The DR page.
I love it.
If you go to We Care Computers and then About Us, it'll be in the community in the community. Or can you post a link like on where we are right now?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. So this is where we pause to do
station identification.
Oh, you just texted me. I love it. Here we go.
Well, I don't know where you want me to post it.
No, I got it. You're here to color. I do all the heavy lifting. There you go.
Avi, the last time we colored?
The last time you colored?
Uh-huh.
When was it?
Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering if you know. It's quite enjoyable and kind of relaxing.
That's how it works, man. That's the trick.
Oh, is that what you're talking about there, buddy?
That's the trick. Yeah, and it also people tend to like get out of their heads and they start sharing secrets. Just saying real stuff when we color, because we just forget we're talking about stuff, and it like drops that part of our brain. Actually, I'm thinking it might be good to like do this with my clients. Just
yeah, why not? It could
have
be
my
a good
clients
session.
do some coloring, and yeah, just
see what comes.
See what comes up. So, what else? You asked if I had any topics. What do you want to know about me? When
are you visiting?
When am I visiting? I don't know. Ryan Keating tried to get me out there this April, but I'm going to San Diego for a coaching training intensive in April. So the dual coast trip is not on the cards.
All right.
Yeah, wait, I've been trying to get you out here. So what do we have to do? Like, what do we have to do to incentivize you to get the family, or just yourself, or you and your brother, or whoever, someone cool, to Michigan?
Summit Heavy. We could do coloring on site, on premise.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, races are potentially good. I think another Comic-Con might be a little much for us. We definitely already have one we go to in Rhode Island with the boys.
So
What
I
was
like
it?
actually that's what I want to talk about before the vid. Like, how did you guys get into Comic-Con?
Well, the boys are big drivers of that stuff, cartoons, those universes, Marvel and DC, whatever. So we've always been big into the movies when they come out. They weren't very into comics, but they were into those figures, and they have video games with that stuff now. Lego does video games with all those fun heroes stuff now. And I think it was my younger son Max, who got his learner's permit. He's driving now. That's actually news, noteworthy news.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, he's very careful. Solid so far. Anyhow, he and his buddy went to, there's something called Kineticon, which is not Comic-Con, but it's like it, I guess. Maybe
It's
not as
some
big,
sort of
different
convention.
organization. Yeah, it's a comic convention, and he had a blast. And I guess, oh yeah, and then they heard about Rhode Island Comic Con, and Rhode Island is not that bad. Under an hour and a half drive for us. Lodging wasn't bad, so I took he and his buddy the first year to Comic Con, and it was it was just so cool. I mean, people are, like I say, I like triathlon because people are, everyone's there doing their own thing. At Comic Con, everyone's there doing their own thing. I think it's beautiful. I mean, seeing people dressed up as whatever they can imagine, man.
I have
And you see
cousins
all,
who do anime. They make their own costumes to be anime characters.
it's pretty sweet. And some of them are super elaborate.
Yeah, they get into it.
But I think it's cool seeing all these people you see on TV and movies, though. They have these breakout sessions, and they're just silly people doing their own shtick, and you get to ask them questions, and it's a fun. I mean, I don't think it's that out there, but it might be considered an out there kind of thing. And my boys are fun. They just like to have fun and be silly.
Do they dress up?
Not like not full costume kind of stuff, but yeah, they definitely wear Comic-Con related stuff. I wear my Brony shirt. I have this shirt. It's like My Little Pony.
Yeah. It's not a We Care Computers shirt that looks like a comic book.
No, a buddy of mine got me this shirt. It's a black shirt. It's got this nice Brony thing on it. If you go to Rhode Island Comic Con's website, you'll see me there.
Somehow
like
you
it.
always show up in the pictures. Just always.
It's the luck of the draw, I guess.
Man.
Well, not a lot of people like to be in pictures. I guess I don't mind, so maybe the universe is like, well, all right.
Let's
They'll be fine with it.
Let's go with him. You also are just like big and smiling.
Thanks, man. I try to be.
Right? It's just like oh yeah, look at that big smiling guy. Take a picture of that.
There's a story there. Are you reading any awesome books lately?
Well, I have like a bunch of books on my reading list. And are you gonna tell me about a book, or is this like a?
No, I just want to know what you're doing these days.
Oh, you want to know what I've been doing? What have I been doing? Oh, so related to being super nerdy, my friends are gonna be really mad that I'm telling the world this, but I've been playing D&D with some friends, and it's awesome.
It's so awesome.
It's super fun. Yeah, I just made on Saturday we did our like session 0, so like setting up the characters of a new character I just made. So he's gonna be a half-elf monk.
A half-elf monk?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. Use your imagination. Enjoy it, man.
It's so good. I had to write a backstory about like what happened to him. He has a sailor background. And I don't know if you know about half elves, but they're sort of like they don't fit in either race camp, right? And so he kind of was ostracized. He actually was, as an infant, sent away so that he wasn't banished or killed. He was sent on a boat with a friend of his dad who was named the Rasta Man. And the Rasta Man would just travel around from port to port singing songs for sailors, and everyone loved him. But he was like a warrior turned music man. And then he was murdered mercilessly and tricked by pirates, and that's where he met me after I managed to save myself.
That's fantastic. Did you come up with that before or at like day 0?
Before, like I had to send it to our DM to make sure, because he like the DM, by the way, is a dungeon master. He like is the story creator, and that is way more work because he has to like fit in when people meet each other, and like basically you get like a 150-page book, and then you have to like make a world out of it. And so it's super impressive, I think.
I love that. Max and some of his buddies are into that. I love it. It's a great activity, a couple hours on a day, and they get into it and they love it. And they each, well, I don't think everyone's a DM, but a couple of them have their storylines that they love, and they take turns, and it's great.
It's good, man. Yeah, we're having fun. And the wives of all my friends who are all married, they're just like it's so funny. Yeah, they can't even.
Do you play in the evenings or?
We do, yeah, like Wednesday nights, and then like we'll do like a weekend night if we can, or a weekend day.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hit it hard.
Yeah, and thankfully my girlfriend loves it. She I'll be like, hey, can I tell you what happened at D&D tonight? Like she like asks all these questions.
That's good.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. It's fun.
Heck yeah.
Fun stuff. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you. I just found out last night. So Google knows that I love D&D now. So they send me stories about this. There's like an internet TV channel, and on it is a new show that's a Dungeons and Dragons show. It's called like Relics and something, Renegades or something. And it's okay, did you watch True Blood?
Yeah.
So the young vampire with the long hair, Jessica, I think was her name. She's also in Daredevil.
Yeah.
So she's hosting it, and she's the DM, and then all these celebrities are playing. So like Kevin Smith, the Clerks and James and Bob guy, the guy who actually plays Daredevil, the woman who I forget her name, but she was in the show The League. So like now it's a thing where like celebrities are playing D&D on this show.
That's amazing. I always wonder what show they'll think of next, but that's a good one. I can get some good viewership.
Yeah.
Get some returning players.
So maybe I'm a little less nerdy, but either way, it's super nerdy. I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know. Nerds do a lot in this world, so I think it's all good.
It's good. So we're at an hour already. Can you believe that?
No, but I can't believe how much I colored too.
Yeah, let me see.
Did you color a lot?
I did as much as I was compelled to. Dude, you did almost the whole thing. Wow.
Well, I don't know about that.
There's a lot.
Well, I thought there was like a little brook here. I also love New Hampshire, like in the White Mountains, and I love their streams and little things on the side. Their little rivers. This made me think of that.
It's beautiful, and I can actually see the shading on the tree now that it's more fleshed out. Looks good. All right, so I colored both of my fish.
Holy cow! Those are some serious fish.
Yeah, they're good. Good little fish.
Is that fishbowl in like a huge thing of seaweed or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's ways like someone threw the fishbowl out into the ocean. maybe. They're like, oh, well, I don't want these fish anymore. I'm just going to toss the whole thing into the ocean. We'll be fine. Yeah, so they actually are concerned. They actually kind of look like, you know, the guy on Star Wars. Forget his name. The guy with the fish face.
The boy doesn't know the name. I know what you mean.
All right, my friend. Well, do you have any wise words to leave our audience here?
I don't know wise words. How about just hit it hard this year in all that you do?
Thanks, man.
I don't know if those are wise words, but they're words.
Those are words. I just, as you said, I realized I like missed for like a couple of weeks. Every once in a while, you'll just like toss me an email, or I'll send one of mine, and you just like respond. And I like missed it until I like got your text. I was like, dude, I love when Avi emails me. This is like I'm glad to be hanging out with this guy.
I'm glad hanging out with you. This was refreshing and fun. I feel like we should do more things like this.
All right, anytime. We don't even have to be live on the internet. We can just hang out in color.
True.
You can bring your fam. We'll hang out.
Yeah, I have a couch behind me. I don't know if you can see it. There's plenty of room for
do nerdy things. Talk about comics and D&D.
And you're half elf. Wow, monk.
My half elf monk sailor. Okay, well, moms, thank you for joining. Love you. Avi loves you too. I'll be back in a couple of weeks probably. We'll see how it goes. Avi, I put a link to We Care Computers in your stuff. So people, if you're interested in supporting what Avi's doing down in the DR, check that out. It's good stuff. All right, Avi, I'm going to hit end, and then you and I hang out. We stay on.